In a peaceful town called Kade, there lived a stunning young woman named Nadia. She was the pride of the village, admired by many for her beauty, kindness, and radiant smile. Men from distant places would come hoping to win her heart, but Nadia always turned them away after spending some time with them. It wasn't because she didn't want love, it was because of a secret she carried deep inside. Nadia shared this secret with only her two closest friends, Zuri and Chika. Since she was 15, Nadia had felt an uncontrollable fire within her, an intense desire that never faded. No matter how many men she was with, the burning sensation lingered. By the time she turned 25, the problem had worsened. Nadia had been with nearly every man in town, not out of choice, but because the fire inside her body demanded it. She had sought help countless times, but no one could explain or cure her condition. Nadia felt ashamed and broken, crying herself to sleep each night. Her parents, unaware of her struggles, frequently pressured her to marry. But how could she? How could she promise herself to one man when her body constantly craved many? One day, while leaving a small market, Nadia accidentally bumped into a man named Kelechi. He was kind and gentle, and for the first time, Nadia felt something new, hope. Kelechi offered to walk her home, and Nadia agreed. That night, she couldn't stop thinking about him. They started spending more time together, and soon, Kelechi confessed his love for her. Nadia was overjoyed and believed this love might finally extinguish the fire inside her. However, even as she loved Kelechi deeply, her desire didn't fade. She began sneaking away to meet other men, unable to resist. The guilt consumed her, but the fire was relentless. Despite this, when Kelechi proposed, Nadia said yes. She shared the news with Zuri and Chika, beaming with excitement. But beneath her smile, Chika harbored a growing jealousy. Chika had always lived in Nadia's shadows, struggling to find love herself. Seeing Nadia with all her secrets get everything she ever wanted felt unbearable. The bitterness took root, and Chika devised a cruel plan to stop the wedding. On Nadia's wedding day, friends and family gathered to celebrate. The hall was decorated beautifully, and everyone eagerly awaited the couple's vows. But just as Nadia and Kelechi were about to exchange rings, a large screen in the hall flickered on. A video started playing, footage of Nadia with different men. The room felt silent, then erupted in shocked whispers. Kelechi's face turned pale as he watched in disbelief. Without a word, he left the hall, driving away while Nadia ran after him, sobbing and begging him to listen. Zuri quickly helped Nadia into a car and took her home, where Nadia collapsed in despair, her world shattered. Days turned into weeks, and Nadia barely left her room. Her secret had been let out by her best friend, Chika. She stared at the ceiling, her heart aching. The weight of her secret crushing her. The villagers whispered cruel things about her, calling her cursed and unworthy of love. Her parents, devastated and confused, avoided her. Kelechi never called. He never returned. And Nadia felt like she had lost her last chance at happiness. The entire village treated Nadia as an outcast. One night, as rain pounded against her window, Nadia clutched her chest, the burning inside her more unbearable than ever. She screamed into her pillow, her body trembling. She felt like committing suicide. Zuri, who had stayed by her side, held her tightly. "We need help, Nadia." "Real help," Zuri whispered. They traveled to a distant town where a healer named Mama Inkim was known for her wisdom. The healer listened carefully as Nadia poured out her heart, tears streaming down her face. The old woman nodded slowly. "These experiences that you are complaining about, my child, these experiences are not normal. They are not just any ordinary experiences. It is a curse placed on you before you were born," Mama Inkim said. Nadia's breath caught. "A curse?" The healer explained. "Nadia, your grandmother wronged a powerful woman who vowed that her descendants would never know peace in love and that they would never marry, and also they will sleep with any man that they come into contact with. This is why you are experiencing all these things. However, there is a way to break the curse," Mama Nkim said with a gentle smile. "Take the money you have and feed the homeless man who sits by the river. Do this every day for 7 days without fail, and on the 7th day, the curse will break." Nadia thanked the healer and left the place. Nadia, desperate for freedom, did as she was told. Rain or shine, she brought food to the man, who always greeted her with a toothless smile. On the 7th day, as she handed him a warm meal, he held her hand and whispered, "Your heart is pure. You are free now, my child." At that moment, the burning inside her vanished. She felt light, as if a heavy chain had been lifted from her soul. A sound of thunder thundered in the sky. When they returned to Kade, word spread quickly that Nadia was healed and that the curse had been broken. Kelechi, who had been drowning in heartbreak, couldn't stay away. He returned, and when he saw Nadia's radiant, beautiful, and peaceful smile, he knew the curse was gone. "I never stopped loving you," he whispered, tears in his eyes. They reconciled, and Kelechi forgave her. Their love, tested by pain, grew even stronger. Meanwhile, Yuri discovered Chika's betrayal and exposed her to the village. Chika, humiliated and ashamed, left Kade. Nadia and Kelechi married in a grand ceremony, the village cheering as they exchanged vows. For the first time in years, Nadia felt truly free. Her heart full of love, her soul at peace, proving that even the deepest wounds could heal, and love, when true, could conquer any curse.